Welcome to Flashback, the show that takes you back to the NBA's most legendary actions. Today, we're talking about the game set of the NBA Finals between Cleveland and Golden State, with an action that has entered the pantheon of NBA highlights, the block by LeBron James. We're taking our time machine back to Oracle Arena for this fateful NBA June end. Are you with us? Let's go! We're in NBA Finals 2016. The Warriors, outgoing champions, are pitted against the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by their iconic player, the one and only LeBron James. Alongside him, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love try to help the King bring a first NBA title back to Ohio. And from a historical point of view, it's not easy to win when you're from Cleveland. It's the city of looseness par excellence. From the Browns soccer team, whose last title dates back to mid-1964, to the Indians, the local baseball team last crowned in mid-1948. With its NBA Finals, the whole of Ohio is pinning its hopes on the Sellers. And the man they've called the Chosen One since he was a teenager has the weight of his entire city on his shoulders. It has to be said that the pressure is enormous against an opponent who hasn't touched the ground for some time. The Warriors are coming off a mythical season. Steve Kerr's gang have just wiped the invincible 96 Mounts off the table, setting a new NBA record. 73 wins and just 9 losses in the regular season. A crazy season and an ultra-favorite status not necessarily easy to assume for Golden State. As the Cavs strolled their way to the finals, with great ballet, we got rid of the Pistons and whips. Before quietly taking down the Raptors 4-2. The Warriors nearly lost their skins and their championship in a Western Conference more dangerous than a Vipers hit. After a tough first 2 rounds, which passed without too much trouble, the Warriors had all the trouble in the world against the two-headed lidry of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. After starting the series perfectly, winning Game 1 at Oracle Arena, OKC leads 3-1. Suffering from chronic stuttering, the disease is, alas, incurable. Final score, 4-3 for the miraculous Warriors. Here they are at last, the NBA Finals, and the absolute opposition between the two best players in the world, LeBron James and Stephen Curry. Two players who have nothing in common. And it all started well for the Warriors, who won 3 of the first 4 games. Golden State's dominance of the regular season seemed to be confirmed. The Cavs receive a monumental slap in the face in Game 2, 110-77. trailing 3-1, Tyrone Lowe and his team are wondering how they can turn around such a bad situation. Especially since no team in the history of the NBA Finals has ever managed to turn around a deficit of this magnitude. The Cavs return to Oracle Arena for Game 5 as Mission Commando. The Irving-James duo combined for 82 points to win Game 5, 112-97. In front of their home crowd, the Cavs couldn't stop there and had to force a Game 7 that the whole world was waiting for. So it was with another anthology performance that King James gave his team victory, 105-101. Stadium run. 41 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 4 steals, and 3 blocks, all for a single loss. This 19th of June 2016 marks the apotheosis of the NBA season with a Game 7 between the two best teams in the league. Throughout this breathtaking encounter, the two teams gave blow for blow. Raymond Green was on fire, finishing with 32 points, 15 rebounds, and 9 assists. He kept his team afloat despite the Splash Brothers' lack of skill, who lost their basketball at the worst possible moment. 6 out of 17 for Klay Thompson. And 6 out of 19 for Curry. Well defended, it has to be said, by the team's outside players. James and Irving struggle to keep their hopes alive, while Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson do the dirty work. We're at 89 all with 3.5 minutes to go, and we witness a series of offensive misses before entering the final 2 minutes. After a penetration that ended with a floater missed by a canoe, Andre and Iguodala were unrestrained. They passed the ball to Curry, who immediately returns the favor with a clever ground pass. It looked like the Warriors were about to gain a decisive psychological and accounting advantage in this money time. The Warriors veteran has too much of a head start, the basket is there, and despite J.R. Smith's presence, an easy layup is offered to Iguodala. But that's without counting on LeBron, who comes out of nowhere and flanks the ball. Relaxation timing, clutchitude, it's all there. The rest is history. Kyrie Irving took the game by the scruff of the neck, scoring a three-pointer off Stephen Curry's hands. One of the most clutch baskets in history. Golden State never recovered and went down 9-3-9. Why is this one so memorable for NBA fans? First of all, it's symbolic. Beyond the counterattack itself, it's the action of a lifetime for LeBron James. He, the child of Ekron, who was booed when he left for the glitter of Miami.
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
After finally opening his NBA championship account in South Beach, he returns to Burkett and promises a title on his return to Ohio. But standing in his way is the most formidable team in NBA history, the one he had already taken down the previous season. But not this time. In a daze, LeBron finished his finals averaging 29 points, 11 assists, and nearly 9 rebounds. Of course, there's Kyrie's shooting, which secures victory for the Cavs. But the block by James was undoubtedly the turning point of Game 7, the fateful moment when destiny chose its side. With the help of a Herculean performance, at the end of the day, the Chosen One offers his very first title to the cursed city of Cleveland. Here it comes. And finally, he says it best. I told myself that if I had an opportunity, I had to know. I know I can do it. I know I can get to it before the ball hits the backboard. It's clearly the move of my career. This block, an image that will forever be engraved in our memory and is sure to mark the legend of the GOAT. Legend.